Hey there, welcome to the Luz Lumiere channel. Oh my god. Welcome to the Luz Lumiere channel. Uh, smoke is my favorite, like, shape. Anyway, welcome to the pick a card in 3 months, you and them. So, it's tilted toward the romantic, but I'm sure there's a slim chance of you who aren't checking for romance necessarily, so that may probably, the message may still, will still resonate in the way that that resonates. But this is in 3 months, so the options here are not the candles. Let's take those out of the way. The options here are air, 4, 3, 2, fire. So take a breath. See which one of these resonates with you. Sometimes what helps me, or what's been happening for me lately, is when I go to the timestamp to click on the timestamp, which are in the description box, by the way, the timestamp calls to me as opposed to what I visually saw. So that's been a very interesting experience for me. No. Where is your card? Where is your message? In 3 months, you and them. Where will you be? What will it look like? Blah, blah, blah. Is it 3, 2, fire, 4, air? The timestamps are again in the description box. And let me know what it looks like in 3 months. Okay? Just, it took me so long to get this set up, now I have to destroy it. I will see you in your respective group. And I will see you then. Bye. Okay. If you are a timestamper and you just want to do timestamp and stuff, no pressure. But if you do, please timestamp it at the hey card. Like, hey, when I greet that person, not anywhere else. Okay. I need to pick a card myself. Who wants to start? Who wants to start us off? Oh my goodness. No. That's weird. Okay, well, I guess then you go. Hey, Air. How are you, Air? Dear Air, you and them in 3 months. What's that gonna look like? Let's find out. Briefly, Air, I'm going to tune into which decks want to let me know where y'all are gonna be at in 3 months. Excuse me. So please give me a hot second. Feel free to rewind or just use this time to take a breath from your very busy day. That's weird. Okay. Okay. In fact, I'm gonna do it this way. Because Abage tan. Okay. Hey, little babies. Wakey, wakey. Where will Air and then be in 3 months, please? let's remember that this one's a bit weird. This one feels right. Oh, there's one more. Alright. Oh. Okay. Alright. Oh, you can't even see this. Ugh! You know, getting the angle right can be a bit weird. Thing. In 3 months, I don't know. I don't know why I feel hopeful. I really don't know why I feel hopeful about this. I feel like in 3 months, someone will be feeling some type of hopefulness despite and in spite of, despite, gosh, all the hullabaloo. Like, even with the lies, even with the white lies, even with the omissions, even with the sidestepping, even with not being so upfront, even with, I've told you this so many times, even with, why can't you, even with, why can't we just, even with all of that stuff, like, it's not even like second chance, it's like 17th chance of this third generation. Like, it's just, even with all of this stuff, god fucking damn it, I still care. I still feel for you. I still want this to work out. Even with all of these things, I still feel like we can, which is weird, we can work it out. Yeah, I suppose that just feels true. There is still, like, hope in terms of someone's perspective. Even with, like, everything else, even with what's happened, there is a hopefulness to this. For others of you, it doesn't have to be that deep. For others of you, this could be someone you even met. Why are you single watching this? Girl. You trickster. You may meet someone. Hey, weird, odd single person watching a you and them reading. What you doing here, honey? You may meet someone. You may be close to meeting someone as you are watching this, and I feel like you will have a 3-month tryst or some kind of tryst. Okay. With this person, and it's cute. Oh, it's cute and bubbly. It's really cute, but will they still want me if they know this about me? Is what one or both of you are thinking. I'm sorry, I despise readings where the reader is reading on behalf of the cross-watcher or whatever, like that thing. I just don't like it. Like, I want my sign, read from my sign, and let the snooper figure this shit out. And so I don't do my readings like that, but because this is a you and them, it's not necessarily like you are here, they are here. Maybe in the future I will harass myself like that, but no. Someone here, I feel like it's both of you. And more you too, like, it's like 67% you, but they also have like a little something that they be hiding. But I mean, it's 3 months, so it's not necessarily hiding. It's more of like a, I don't know if they'll accept me if they find this out about me, or, oh, girl. If blah 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 blah, this could be you. If they find out I'm celibate, if they find out I'm if they find out I have, this type of, I can't have kids, or like I don't want kids, or like whatever like your thing is, right? Like, what if they find out I make more money than they do, or what if they find out I have bad credit? Like, what if they find out it's it ranges from relatively benign, from relatively simple to a little bit complicated. So I feel like at this point, y'all have caught feelings, at least you have, to the point that it's reached a point where sharing and divulging certain things is quite possibly necessary, which is a beautiful thing, by the way. I think it's lovely, because you give the person the choice to choose whether they want to be with you willingly. Then you know, on both ends, it's nice. It's good. It's a good thing. And I say that because I feel like if they do share something with you, take that as a good thing. Ish, despite what they say, ish, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they'll say. For the 3-monthers, it could be I have a kid. I never said anything. I mean, it could be anything. It could be I haven't. I don't. I'm not. I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about STIs or anything like. But it could be like whatever. But I feel like this is a good thing that if someone tells you this, like the act of them opening up and telling you, sharing with you, hey, dot 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 dot, or even you saying, hey, look, dot 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 dot. I think it's actually a really beautiful act. It is going to be something. I feel like even if it's simple or complex, there's it's going to be it seems like it's significant enough to, oh, pause. Okay, so either something you share with them will go, oh, okay, and they may need to think about it, because this literally like gives me a story and then it like cuts it off. For some of you, I can't tell. There's a lot of indicators here that tell me it won't go forward. And there's a lot of indicators here that tell me, nah, no, no, it's just not a thing. For anybody who is currently dealing with somebody, or one of you single snoops that came through, or even for some of you who are dealing with somebody, you might think that this is about the person you're thinking about, but it might be about someone who you meet. Like, this could literally be the same story for just one, like a layered story. I do a lot of layered readings. So it could be a layered situation. Uh, if this is someone coming back, so I mean, we don't know, but if this is someone who is estranged from you and they're coming back with something. They're coming back with something. A confession of sorts. It's more of like, hey, in this time, this is kind of what went down. I lost my business. I got a something, or I had a kid. I don't know. Not something that big. It's not. It doesn't have to be that big, but it's something that they're like, hey, look, I have to be honest with you. I don't want to lie to you. Dot dot dot. Um, here's the thing. There's an air here, but there's an air here of like someone not taking someone back, someone not giving someone a chance, someone not moving forward with someone in all of those scenarios, like where you're either you're discontinuing with somebody. But what I'm getting is like I have like a slice of the pie. It's like the pie is like, I don't know, 6 months, and I've said, tell me about 3 months, and someone has given me half the pie, and like that's only half. There's like another half that's happening, and I don't have like access to it here. So let's see a little bit more. Why don't we? Yes. Came out. Remember I showed this to you in the beginning? It came out again. And that was like just at the top of the deck. Like the cards be doing that sometimes. Okay. All right. It's the same slice, buddy. It's the same slice. It's just giving me more of the same slice. If this is, if some of you, I don't know, if some of you are dating a friend, might not work out. I don't see it working out. Yep. I don't see it working out. It's weird. I'm sorry. I don't see it. I don't see it working out if you're dating a friend. It's weird. It just becomes weird. No. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird if you start dating a friend. Like, a friend. For some of you, this could be a friend from work. That's awkward. Like a work friend. So this isn't like a friend. This is like, oh, it's my work buddy. But it's like, I have a hots for them. I feel like for some of you, if this is a short-term energy, this is like a short-term part 2. Not the first short-term I was talking about. This is like a different short-term. As in you meet this person in these 3 months, or you started sort of whatever. It could be short-lived, and it could be nice and then just become bad. You may give somebody a chance who you don't mesh with. Excuse me. Yeah. Or you might give somebody a chance. I don't know what you was. Were you drunk? Like, I don't know. You may. This is weird though. This is like. I think in these 3 months, you, air, may have a tryst with like a different tryst. Not that first tryst. Not that first one I was talking about. That one may have a chance. That one may have like a hiccup, and it's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. This second tryst is a different story, and that one is weird and really awkward. I don't know who did something with like their friend. I don't know who thought this was a good idea, but clearly after whatever you did, y'all found out it was not a good idea. And maybe for some of you, if it's a pretty good strong friendship, you may salvage it. For others of you, I'm hoping this is just a random, like a friend of a friend, and you messed around with a friend of a friend, and it didn't work out, or a friend of a friend messed around with you, and you hoped it would be something, but you're like, but you both, or that other person was like, no, and it was just awkward, and we just don't want to remember this, and don't want anything to do with it. No. Let's see. I'm giving you the business air. I'm like trying to hook you up with this 3 months, because that's a you thing though. I don't know. That's not like the main. That's like a little side piece, a little side, and that doesn't mean booty, by the way. Like that could just mean like, oh, maybe I'll give this person a chance. I will swipe right, or like, yeah, sure, I'll date Bobby's. I don't know. Bobby's friend Barbara, or Sarah, Susan, or Sam, or what's a unisex name? Clementine? No. Clemens? I don't know. And then you're like, this was a bad idea, and it's just bad, and maybe that may also sort of maybe part okay, but it's awkward. Back to you and them. I'm gonna put these cards back. you may not talk in the 3 months. With that, let your friends help you in the reverse. If you're someone who's in a long-term situationship, okay. Blood. I swear I saw this card earlier. For some of you, there's a story here about the deception being, you thought this was going to be something, you thought it was going to lead somewhere, but it doesn't, which is not far from any of the stories that I've shared, really. That could literally be, oh, hey, you know, I'm not really looking for anything, and you're like, but we've literally been doing everything for 3 months. I don't understand. Or you realize you're not looking, you know, something like that, where someone is not really looking for commitment, and you do have that conversation and they let you know. Maybe it's 3 months too late. Maybe you'd have preferred to know it 2 weeks in, so you didn't, you know, get your hopes up, tell your girlfriends, tell your boyfriends, tell your mama and everything. But at least they said something, right? Yeah, I feel like that may be the bigger deception, that this person, or you, I suppose, but I'm picking up them, but that one of you may not really be down for commitment. Children is here. I was picking up some random kids earlier, so that's interesting. But it could be to do with someone, even, there could be something as serious here as someone not being able to have kids and that being a deal breaker. But there still being sort of hope. There's like a weird hope angle here. And none of these cards in these positions give me hope, but my intuition is like hope, and these cards are also being like, yeah, hope, but like traditionally when I like, no. In any case, there is going to be there's, with this 3 month thing, there seems to be again some sort of separation, some sort of split, but then there's another half of the pie. So for whatever that's worth, maybe in a month check back and see which 3 month story is the one that you're on track for. Okay, honey? Let's see. Grandmaster Flex. Air, if you're enjoying this, I hope you'd be so inclined as to give this video a thumbs up, because I've literally been talking to you for like 20 minutes. And I have like 4 others to do. That's fun. I like hanging out with you, but this shit's not gonna be fucking an hour. Okay, deception comes out. And the same cards come out, and you heard me shuffle. You're hearing me shuffle. Okay, baby. Yeah, I feel like there is gonna be an honest conversation, basically, about things will come to light. And I think a lot of people say that, but I feel like there will be a pretty honest conversation, at the very least, between you two that will help, not help explain, but that will set expectations clear and make things a lot more grounded between you two and where you two are going. It's like you'll be able to say out loud what you want, you being you and you being them, so that things can be clear. And that is a beautiful thing. There is a freedom in knowing specifically what the other, what it is. So keep your light on, babe. I wish you everything. If you enjoyed this video, why not give it a thumbs up? If you didn't, I mean, I guess you could thumbs it down. That hurt my heart just saying that, though. I will say this, though, air sign. Let me know what happens. Let me know how it goes. And keep your light on. Good luck. Feel free to subscribe. And I'll see you in the comments. Bye, honey. Only you can this away. Only you. Hey, four. Sorry. Hey, four. Only you can. No, that's not for you. It could be. But. Hey, four. We're you and them in 3 months. What's that looking like? What's that doing? You know? What's that story there? I'm using a loaded deck. That means this deck has some friends visiting it, and it's gonna be fun. I'm not mad. They wanted to visit the deck, so who am I to stop my friends from being friends with other friends? Okay, tell me about you and them, four and them, in 3 months, please. Thanks. Girl, why you do this? Oh, okay. Remember how I told you that there were two? Remember how I told you that there were decks visiting other cards visiting each other? Look at that. I haven't said that to any other card, and look at that. It's a loaded deck. So, here we are. Double deception. Why is this like this? Why are there two deceptions here? Because I have two Romance Angels decks, because any sane person would. And this is just what happened. I feel like, it's weird. Despite knowing what you know, I do feel like this is you. Oh, girl. If you're not a girl or someone who doesn't like being called girl, I can't help you. It's like literally a term of endearment. That's like me calling you darling or honey or snickums. Girl, damn. What y'all doing? Damn. I can't even say it. Despite. Okay. This is one of those tit for tats, but like not really. It's almost like in 3 months. Let me just describe what I'm seeing here. Okay? Y'all is a bunch. Was this in reverse? I don't know. Y'all is a bunches. I don't even know how that makes sense. Oops. It's you. You may know, it's you. It's probably both, but you may know what is going on that this person is doing or not doing. And it doesn't have to be, anything entirely nefarious, like having a whole affair or whatever. It's just like you may know, you may be able to read their poker face, or you may just know it. But here's the plug. You're doing some sly shit too. Like, this to me is almost like an example where two people are clearly for each other. They clearly care about one another, but like no one has officially had the talk, the DTR, the defining the relationship. And so you guys are kind of like, okay, I saw that they still have the apps installed on their phone. I kind of see that they logged in the other day. But like you logged in too, that's how you can see, like you're also doing the do on the side. And yet you guys spend a lot of time together and you still enjoy each other's company, like that kind of energy where it's like, I know what you're doing that you're not telling me, or like that you said, or something. There's something they haven't really expressed, but like not in words. They haven't expressed it in words in a way. If they have, then they have, or they will, whatever. But they've said it, but they haven't really said it. And like it's like a known thing. It's like one of those you just know type things where you're like, oh, okay, like okay, and you just it's like unspoken. Um, it has an unspoken air to it where you guys are seeing each other heavily. You're damn near serious, but neither one of you has bit the bullet to say anything to the other to make it official. That's just the essence of what I'm getting. Something where you know, but it hasn't been explicitly said in a way. But you're also doing that shit on the side. Like you're also still on the app. Like you also still have the apps on your phone. You also still met, XYZ person the other night when the other person was busy. You kept your options open essentially, and so did they. Or if you're with an established relationship, why are you watching this, man? What you doing? If you're in an established relationship, it's almost like, you know, that they XYZ, and you're just like, well, that's my person, and you're on the side over here also XYZing. But I feel like if you're in a relationship, it's more so like that they're XYZing. So you know that they're maybe dilly dallying to move to the next step, or that they don't, that they're watching too much porn, or watching like something like that, where like but you're just like, all right, shit, whatever. I don't feel like if you are in a relationship, I don't feel like you're doing a tit for tat type thing. I feel like you just know, and you're just kind of like, okay, whatever. And you may also be, because you're not perfect, you may also be doing something not in a similar vein, but something that they may also not be too keen on. So you're kind of covering each other in that way. This is almost like bound together by like lies, but it's not really. I just feel like I have to say that for at least one person. If it's not you, just disregard it. But this thing is like bound together by lies, like a house of cards that just built on cards, and if it blows, the whole thing blows. So you gotta protect the cards from the elements. But it's just it's just not a stable foundation. Um, it's just not a stable foundation, but somehow it works. Some, somehow it functions, if you want to call that functioning. But it gets by day to day. Something else I'm seeing here is, for some of you, there's a distance here. So for those who are in a situationship, you may be holding on to hope that you and this person come together. If you're still watching, okay? Hey. If you're in a situationship, you may be hoping that this person, you and them come together. I feel like in 3 months, you will, and I feel like you may actually be getting there now-ish. But if not, I feel like in 3 months, you may be feeling I don't want to say the rockiness of the distance between you two. I feel like you may be feeling and knowing the distance between you two as a potential reality. And this isn't to say that that's also what I'm reading is what I'm picking up right now. What it feels like, what it seems like, is like you in this moment, where you get to a point where you're looking at the world. Not much has changed in 3 months. You've been holding your breath for something that hasn't happened yet, or hasn't happened, or maybe little things have happened, but they've kind of led you to a point where, dare I say it, you're letting go of this person. And even in letting go of this person, it may not entirely mean what I mean, what it seems like with letting go of this person. It seems like you may be keeping the light on for them if they decide to come by at night, but at the same time, you know, like you've kept the light on, you've put the key under the rug where they would know where it is, but you've also put on your fancy clothes and like you've gone out. Like you ain't staying home no more. Okay? You're out of your pajamas, you're out of staying home, making sure the house is warm for him. The best you've done is put the fucking light on, put the key under the fucking mat or wherever that flower pot, and you're like, you know what? If you want to come back around, maybe right here is the option, but I'm gonna go over here and get my groove on. I'm gonna go over here and get my stuff done. I don't know what that means. You know, I'm gonna go over here and live my best life. So that's nice. For some of you, it's either, for that same storyline, it's either you've had some sort of exchange with this person, you know, be it verbally, I think it's maybe verbally or maybe even physically. Okay. For some of you, it's so weird. Maybe verbally, but it could also be, and I don't like hearing this myself, but it could also be more of like a mental cognitive realization where enough time has passed and enough nothing has happened that you're like, you know what? I can't keep wasting electricity like this, keeping the fireplace on, wearing my best comfy clothing. Like, I'm gonna go out there and be a little bit uncomfortable in my tight clothes. You know, guys wear tight clothes too, tight shirts. I see y'all, tight pants. Ladies, with your tight shoes and your tight skirts and dressies. And you're gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, but you're gonna go out. But the thing is, you're not moving houses. You're not moving residences. You're not moving. You're not leaving a little window of opportunity for this person to slide back in. You're leaving a light on for them to know that, hey, you know, hey. But at the same time, you're not waiting. You're actually out there functioning. Because you just reached a point where you kind of feel like if it happens, cool, I guess, but you're not going to hold your breath for it, you know? It's nice. Good for you. So there are the stories for number 4 in 3 months. Pick one. Or just, you know, come back and let me know how it goes in 3 months. If you like the video, it adds it to your liked videos so you can easily check back on it if you click on that liked videos. I don't think YouTube will change much in the next 3 months, so you'll still be there. You can comment to see which number you picked and then rewatch it, or see what other 3-month story calls to you at that point or in a month. It's a nice little marker. Yeah. Oh. You keep getting the repeats, honey. Look at you. I feel like it is safe for me to take the duplicates out. That's good. I kind of want to keep them in for this reading. It's very nice. It tells a very interesting story. We'll keep them in. Thanks for. I'm not really picking up anything new from these new cards. This is a story I've already told. I feel like I've already really expressed this. Yeah. Leaving but keeping the light on. Not entirely moving on, but also trying to get out there. I mean, yeah. Nothing new here. Okay, babes. I wish you everything. If you're new, feel free to subscribe. I do daily I do something. Okay, videos come out on this channel. And feel free to check out the other pick of cards that I have and see if there's something there for you, because there may be. Okay? I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on, and good luck. How has it been 40 minutes and I've only done 2? What is this? You got too big a heart, mother. It's from Cinderella. Hey, number 2. How are you? How are you? That quote was from Cinderella, the Broadway version with Brandy. Oh, it's not really it's the Broadway version, but they adapted it for VHS, for TV. I really like it. Hey, number 2, welcome to your 3 months. In 3 months, you and them. What's going on with you and them in 3 months? Let's find out. I'm gonna say this deck that I'm using is what I'm calling a loaded deck. It has visitors from another deck in it. So that's gonna be fun, just so you're not alarmed. I personally don't mind. That's so crazy. That's so crazy. That means that's so wild. Anyway. Feel free to use this time to just kind of breathe. Say hi to yourself. Hug yourself. Stroke yourself or something. And by that, I just mean like rub your skin or something. You know, feel your being while I shuffle, tune into your three months. Number 2, in 3 months, please. Them. And they're them. You'd think with such a loaded deck that you wouldn't get repeat players, but there they are. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Give your relationship a chance. Twice. Alright. It's funny, the only time I ever tell people that I have a loaded deck is when the double cards come out. It's so crazy. High five, Spirit. So you have Give Your Relationship a Chance, double reversed. And then you have Reconciliation. Then you have Wedding. Then you have Chemistry in reverse. What y'all doing? What kind of honky-tonk thing is this? It seems like in 3 months, you and them may have a oopsie poopsie, lopsy dopsy type Number 2, you've got too big a heart, mother. You've got too big a heart. Someone in this connection has too big a heart, and it's a bit difficult. There's an attraction to this person, but it's not normal. Like, it's not. I'm thinking it's more so maybe chemical. As in, it's almost like when someone dates someone too young. and it's fun, it's playful, but it's not, it's not, it's not, um, it's just, it's not gonna work out. Like, it was, I don't wanna say, it's like, there is something there, sure, but it's just not plausible. It's not, that's not the thing. That's the thing. There's someone denying it. There's someone denying that it can't happen. There's someone denying that it can't be worked on, that it can't happen. Oh, it's one of those either, we have too many years apart, you're too young, I'm too old, or I think that's what I'm getting. You're too young, I'm too old. Um, Not even like a culturally inappropriate, but just like um, beings, ways of being. One is too hyper, one is too docile. One is a super homebody, and the other loves to go hiking as early as the dawn start. Like, one is an early riser, the other doesn't really know when the sun rises because it's just always up. Like, it's just one wakes up at 5 a.m., the other loves sleeping until noon. Noon is waking up early. Like, one of them is entirely too peppy, too young, and the other is set in their ways. The other one likes to do things a certain way, the other one is entirely too spontaneous and just disorderly. One is from a different country, and the other is also from a different country, entirely different hemispheres. And while that's nice, it's just, I don't want to say it's not feasible, and I feel like neither one of you want to say it's not feasible, but, or at least one of you heavily doesn't want to say it's not feasible. What the fuck? Hold on, number 2. I've gone through multiple stories for each card, so just hang in there. It's not all doom gloom. It's only 3 months. It's just, if someone is, man. Y'all aren't giving, I don't know if you're just not giving this a fair chance. Perhaps in 3 months, the differences will get to a point where neither one of you will want to give it a chance. But that's like a story, right? But what I'm getting here is also like an actual linear story where if someone is or is not open to a relationship, they meet someone and they get into a surprise commitment, or a commitment that they are surprised they're in, or they find themselves, I don't understand how you found yourself in a commitment. You don't know. What'd you do? Trip and fall into one? Someone may have tripped and fallen in love with somebody, and they're like, I guess it's not really hurting me, because here we are. But due to the lack of something, you two can't keep it together. And in 3 months, you have a bit of a rocky road relationship, if you want to call it that. I think, yeah, you do want to call it that. That's like your shtick. In the next 3 months, it's on and off, but it's never really off. That's interesting. It's on and off, but it's never really on or off. No, it's on. It's just like almost never really off, which is weird. And you keep coming back together, and it's really good when you're together. But something happens that you just cannot keep it together. It's like there's gotta be some sort of personality clash is what I'm getting. But then again, there's like the different parts of the personality or of the being together in some way that is just so good. Like, it's really great, but like there's also that butting of heads that you're like, fuck. Can this, like, when when it gets there, it's just like, it's just really apparent that it's not gonna work. But then when it's good, honey, when it's good, when you guys are just laughing, spending all day just with each other, not anything else but you two, it's really quite nice. It's really quite nice and it's really easy. And so you sort of think that that's how it should be all the time. And so when it does come to a butting of heads, I'm not sure you two spend the time that you need to actually iron out your differences. Because there are differences here. The differences are glaringly apparent. It's either you are from like, it's not either, but it's one of those where we live in two different continents and therefore we highly have different cultures. We grew up quite differently, so we deal with things differently. We've lived different types of lives. You're hyper, I am not, I'm docile. Excuse me. I am chaotic. You are too conscientious and too orderly. You're 18 and I'm 32. There's just like these differences that are very clear and you both know them. One of you, the more hyper or whatever I don't know. One of you tries to ignore them. One of you just says, "Nah, let's just enjoy it." And the 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 more rational of you goes, "I don't think we should." But you do anyway because it feels so good to ignore it. And because it's good, when things are good, they're good. Why break something that ain't broken? It's just when things are bad, that's when all them thoughts that aren't really even shadow thoughts, they're right there just waiting to say, um, hey, we haven't really ironed this out. And then I feel like both of you, I guess, aren't really taking the steps to make it work if you want it to really work. It's almost like if there is an age difference, you don't talk about the fact that there is an age difference. You sort of pretend that it's not there and age is just a number when like clearly it is not just a fucking number, it's a fucking guideline. And y'all ain't following the guidelines or trying to even acknowledge the guidelines or work through the guidelines. If you guys are entirely too different in different continents, you haven't really even sorted out when you'll see each other, how you'll see each other, if you'll see each other. Like, you kind of ignore it and then it it it's still sort of ignored even when things are bad, but you both are thinking it. There's in 3 months, number two, it just seems like you all have a bit doomed this to a point. I know. This is feel free to give the video a thumbs up, honey. Okay, do what you gotta do. It seems like you've sort of doomed this in like you've both sort of damned it and not really like yeah you enjoy the good times and da 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 da, but you haven't really given it a chance. And even when you did give it a chance, it was a okay for now, and you're still in that for now mindset, and you haven't graduated to the point where you actually want to make it work. You actually want to have those serious conversations about, hey, what are we actually going to do? Like, how are we going to navigate through this? There's another story here, but I can't even touch that right now. Yep. I feel like if y'all wanted to make this work. It's possible. It's just, I don't know if deep down you do. Or if you can, like if you really want to. In 3 months, okay? This could be an argument. This could be just your song and dance. Your usual makeup, breakup, makeup, breakup. But it seems like there's something that's not, like there's just not enough of what needs to be taken. Not enough of the steps that need to be taken are being taken. Not enough of effort that needs to be made is being made, and you're both sort of just lying to each other by hiding under how good it is when it's good. But neither one of you really want to give it a real chance. For whatever reason, shit, y'all could be entangled in other shit. I don't know what your story is. Ooh, let's see. There was something else. I'm not really pulling guidance here at all. It's just a lot of but I feel like it's you two. You two are sort of like, no, this isn't worth it, but you're almost fooling yourselves. Not to say that it is worth it, but it's just like you really may not be trying anymore, maybe. I don't know. Or you haven't really ever given it a real shot. Oh. Yeah, I feel like you haven't really given it a real shot. There has to be another story here. Bloop 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 bloop. So, I mean, if that's the case, and for some of you, if you're not really giving it a real shot, maybe if this only applies to you, if you are already entangled with someone else, or the person that you're thinking about is already entangled with someone else, that may be one of the barriers here, that they are already prior committed, or you are already prior committed, and therefore it's good when you're together, but then when you're apart, that there's still an awkwardness there, and none of you are really making the effort because, well, how can we? Because where would it really go, you know? So one of the barriers could be that type of thing where one or both of you is committed to something else. Someone could be actually committed, as in behind the bars, and it's a bit difficult to commit fully to that, or give that a chance, or make enough effort for it, because, well, they're behind bars. You know, how long, you know, whatever the story comes along with that, on both sides. I just feel like something isn't meshing. I know chemistry is here. I just feel like you'll still have this sort of connection, but in 3 months, you'll be on the side of the connection where, because it seems like y'all be flip-flopping, but you'll be on the side of the connection where it's like, is this even really worth it? And I'm feeling like I shouldn't even continue being in this because there's just no hope, or there's little hope, or, you know, whatever that may be. Okay, number 2, we're gonna move on. Thanks for being here. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. For some of you, that shit makes sense, and you're like, yep. So, maybe for some of you, that's a nice thing, because there is a bit of somebody who's being like, you know what, I just can't. Or rather, it's not an I just can't, actually. It's more of a, well, there is an I just can't, but it's more so on the side of, like that. Like you just run out of energy to even. Okay? Alright, honey, I wish you everything. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, you can. You can check out the rest of my videos. I have hella pick of cards, and maybe there's something on there for you. If this one didn't hit it for you. I appreciate you. I want you to know that. I wish you everything. Happiness, joy, peace, love. Keep your light on, and good luck. Bye. Hey, number 3. How are you? What is that? What is it? You and them. 3 months. Number 3. 3 months. Just hit me. Number 3, I feel like I should tell you I am using a loaded deck. When I say loaded deck, I mean a deck that has some visitors in it. Okay. I will say this. I'm using the Romance Angels, and the Romance Angels are born in the upright, but they speak to me in all sorts of ways. So if you are a purist for whatever reason, and it bothers you that I read the cards in not the way they were born, if you still want to listen to the message, you can just look at something else. You can, while I'm talking, you can just go ahead and scroll through the other videos that I have so you don't see the cards. Or you can just, I don't know what to tell you. Not watch. Okay? Tell me about number 3. Number 3, you and them in 3 months. What's the business? Okay. We fight, we make up, we kiss, we break up. In and you're out, up and you're down. I just tasted coleslaw in my mouth. Is that, oh fuck. Is that something you be doing? Coleslaw? And this card is the same card that keeps popping up every time I do a reading. Girl. Alright. That's not very nice. Remember it came out and I put it back in, but it came out because it was actually like in the middle of the deck and I pulled it out because that's what happens on this side of the tracks. And it was like, no, I belong here. Don't put me back in. Okay. Number 3, there's a number of stories that have come up for the other cards. So stick around and see which one is yours. It could be all of the above. 3 months is a long fucking time. Okay. One of them is in 3 months, you may meet somebody who you feel really nice about. You may hit it off with this person or they may intrigue you in some way. It will feel good with this person. You'll have an inexplicable bond to them. You'll feel a weird attraction for them. Not weird, but it's just you're like, huh, I'm into it. I'm into them. It just doesn't seem like it may last. Because you, and I'm picking up maybe they. That's weird. Oh. They may find out something, not necessarily about you. It could be about you. But they may find out something about something else that may help separate you two. Or you may find something out that may just let you know that, you know what, I can't go forward. But I feel like it's kind of it's a weird, very specific situation. But someone may find out that someone is still married and they are going through a separation, or they said they were going through a separation, but they actually aren't yet going through the separation. They're still technically married, and someone's moral code, or for whatever reason, will say, no, you told me this, but now it's this, you lied, I can't, I'm turned all the way off, or I'm just turned off. That's the cutoff point that I see in 3 months. Now, in 3 months and 2 days, it might be different. Okay? Keep that in mind for sure. But what I'm seeing in 3 months is that why are all these stories like this? Fuck my life. Clearly. Yeah, so that's good. Okay. Number three, you feel like you're coming out on top. I don't know what you're doing, who you're doing, why you're doing it. But I feel like you are coming out on top. In some ways, I feel like you're actually going to be in a season of attractings. Like, I feel like people just want to be up on you. Number three, I do. Number three, if you're gonna be, because I am picking you up. Like, if you're gonna be single in 3 months and there is no you and them, like, you're gonna be mingling. If you're married, please don't. Why are you watching this, honey? You playing games. If you're married, you and your partner, oh, that's weird. May start experimenting in kinky ways? That's just not. I don't know where that came from. Okay, I guess just. Fuck. Well, you'll be doing that. But, I guess that's good for you. Yeah, someone's libido here is just gonna be up. Their mojo. Someone's got their mojo back. Everybody just kind of wants to be up on you. Nefarious people. These people. Those people. People who aren't your style. People who you never thought you were their type. They're just gonna be up on you. But it seems like in 3 months, it's not necessarily going to be the right time for you to get into a commitment. Excuse me? Okay? Or that... Okay. Oh, look at that. Okay. If in 3 months, you remember this, if in 3 months you're feeling like there's a bunch of people who are all up on you, the thing is, I feel like, number 3, I'm picking you up a lot here. I'm not picking up a them. I'm going to try. Okay, I'm going to try and pick up a them, but I feel like maybe both of you would just be sharing this fucking energy where, I mean, maybe if there is a them, you two will be physically inclined. maybe that's the thing, you know. Maybe for some of you, it's a situationship where the thread that's keeping you together is your physical relationship. If you're in a couple, this could be your physical relationship may come to a may come to a certain point. I'm so sorry. Where you guys are just in it. Damn, double entendres. For single people, you just seem like you're gonna be like really attractive. And you you huh? You may the story of meeting of someone who is like not your type or you're not their type or something 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 in one of the many people that approach you in 3 months number 3, if you're single and you're watching this, if you're in a situationship and you're watching this, um oh, even if you're in a relationship shit, like get it. And by that I mean if you hot, you hot. I'm not saying go after it, but shit, say thank you. um what I'm picking up here is physical. So let me say this. Um, Let me talk to the singles, but it really could go for any of the aforementioned people, as in singles, couples, situations, blah blah blah. If you're attracting people, which you will be, um, it's gonna feel good. Okay, you're gonna maybe want to dip your toe in, but there's something here about you not trusting it. Like you not trusting it. You not trusting the attraction factor, or even the phase, the attention. And there may be some validity to it, but at the same time, you'll still use it for your benefit. Ugh. Okay, now you're just acting up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I, yeah, man. If, yeah, in 3 months, you may be feeling real hot, but I feel like you won't trust it. And there is validity to it. Mm-hmm. Now, does that mean that this person is entirely wrong for you? Maybe, but at the same time, it may be something that can be possibly resolved. Um, Either way, it seems like you really are going to be like about that groove, Stella. Um, but I'm not sure if you even want to be in that groove. Like in 3 months, it seems like you're weary, you're cautious, but then you're also embracing the energy. It's like people want to touch you, and maybe you are doing that thing with somebody, eh, special friend, or something, or with this person. But I'm honestly getting a lack of like commitment from you for you in 3 months. Now again, like I said, 3 months and 2 days could be something different. But yeah. Um, However, that's typically what that is. But what are you trying to tell me today? Girl, why are you trying to why you do me like this? You can't see what just happened. Um, so I feel like this situation, for some, this for like 2%, like 1% people, whatever that deception is may be cleared up at some point, and that person or one of the people in the pool, or if this is a you and them, you and this person, I suppose. No, I'm gonna say this. In 3 months, I feel like you're gonna be hot stuff, and I'm not sure if you will want it entirely, but I feel like you'll enjoy it. I don't feel like you want who's coming after you, like who's coming for you. I feel like there's going to be somebody in the 3 months who is not your type, not your usual type, someone who you may not be their type, but there will be something there. There will be some sort of weird thing there that you're like, oh, they're not my type, but why do I keep thinking, why? Um, it's someone who may be some sort of distraction from your you and them. I'm not seeing your them here, three. I'm seeing a lot of you. I'm seeing you living. I'm seeing you doing it. I'm seeing you being pined after. But if this is your them, then that could be that. But what I'm getting is like a different person. I'm getting a lot of people. Like there's gonna be people wanting to be all up on you. Like I almost feel like you may have a skinship type relationship booty thing with somebody who may be your them person. Um, or you may be going through the separation with your them person, okay? And you may have a booty person on the side. Um, and then I'm also seeing someone who is single, who these all scenarios could totally be one person, and that person is hot stuff. But the attention they're getting may not be from people who they entirely want, but they will accept it. Will there be some people who they kind of bat their eyelashes? Will you meet some people who you sort of bat your eyelashes at a little bit here? Yeah, sure. But what I'm seeing here is there may be somebody who comes along in 3 months who uh, is not your type. Okay, it's just not who you would typically go for. So I'm kind of getting it's not your them person. With this person, there may be something there that you feel is not right. And you might be right. Okay? You might very well be right. And for like a slim chance of you all, it's something that can quite possibly be resolved. I don't feel like it's going to be resolved in 3 months. I don't. I feel like if it's that, there'll be a little bit of time before it's resolved. And in that time, then you two may become a little bit more serious. Now, if this was your them person, which I'm like really like kind of rejecting saying because it just does not seem true and I feel like I'm trying to force the story. If this is your them person, yes, they are someone who is quite bonded to you, and yes, you are quite bonded to them. It just seems like I'm drawing blank. I can't. I'm forcing a story that's like doesn't want to be told. Okay, thanks. If this is your them person, that same story that I just said could be where either once you've healed through either once you've reached a certain point with the deception that you've known or that you find out in 3 months, there could be, so that same exact fucking story that I just said. Okay. That could be the opportunity for you all. No, there'll still be separation here. That could be the opportunity for you to Alright, no, I get it. Number 3, you're gonna be hot stuff in 3 months. Okay? Not to say you're not hot stuff now, but in 3 months, I don't know what you do, I don't know what it is, but you're killing it somehow. People want you. I really still think you and your person will either be booty friends, like booty call friends, or separated, or both. And something about all this attention that you be getting may put you in a certain may put you in a certain place. Okay? This story feels much more truer. Yeah, from this angle. It'll put you in a certain place where, true enough, I feel like there will be someone else that comes along. I really do. I just think like there's going to be someone else that comes along that'll take you on a little mini journey. And I feel like maybe your attention to this new person, it could be a new thing. If it doesn't manifest itself as a person, it could be a new thing that will really enhance your groove back and your mojo to the point that your them person makes a comeback. So that opportunity with that sort of that person who wasn't your type, blah blah blah, it somehow gives way to an opportunity for your them person to come back around and want to be up on you some more. But in a way where you get to take a little bit of a back seat. We got there. Oh my god. Interesting. Very crazy story. Number 3. Let me know what happens in 3 months. I'm sure you're gonna be busy. Buy a stick. Beat them off you, man. See? People don't mind being called man. I could have said, beat them off you, girl. Beat them off you, girl. Anyway, I get it. Number 3. I don't know what you're going to be doing in 3 months, but you better get to stepping. Because you're going to be getting a decent amount of attention in 3 months, so good luck. Keep your light on. Maybe dim it a little bit. No, jokes. Get ready. Beat him off with a stick, honey. Okay. I wish you everything. I really do. Keep your light on. If you're not subscribed, you can. You can check out the rest of my videos and see if you want to hang out with me a bit more. Okay? Thanks for watching. Bye. Hey, fire. Hey, fire. Fire. In 3 months. Fire. You and them. In 3 months. What is the story? What's it looking like? Now, my peace, Baba. Now, my peace, Baba. Hi-ya-ya. Alright. I'm just tuning into your energy, man. I'm just tuning into your 3 months. Who did you see Lion King with? Who you seeing Lion King with? Fire. Leo. Alright. Oh my god. Alright. Doop 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 doo 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 doop doo. Do 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 do. What's the story here? One thing I get, Fire, is you'll be wanting a soulmate. Like, you'll be wanting love and affection. And perhaps the person that you're thinking of, or you're them, will also be wanting that as well. And I feel like you may find that with each other. It's just it's almost like it's built on sand. You know? But the thing is, this will take time. For some of you, if you're in this, I mean, I don't know, shit, you could be with somebody. If you're in a situationship or single, or just like a story that I'm getting here is also that in 3 months you may meet somebody who, wants to give you love, wants to make you feel good. This could be your them. Well, I don't, this could be a them that you haven't met yet. That to me is what I'm getting. If it's a them that you know, that's not the story I'm getting. If it's a them that you don't know, there could be someone that comes along who wants to give you love, who wants to give you warmth, who wants to take care of you in a weird way, but like they don't, it's weird. Like they don't want to, it's so weird. They don't want to make the effort, but they do it anyway. It's almost like it's effortless. I've never got that before. It's almost like it's effortless. That's not your them though. Let's go back to your them. With your them, you two do fulfill something within each other, and that's cute. Yeah, in 3 months. Now, the thing is, it's almost like Despite red flags, you still give your relationship a chance. So I just want to think that if there are some cracks in the foundation of your themship, um, and your you and themship, perhaps it may take time to attend to those cracks, but so long as you are aware that there are cracks, that would be a good thing. Maybe you do here, maybe you do in 3 months um, attend to, rather look at the cracks, and you decide even with the cracks, despite the cracks, we still want to move forward with each other. It's just that I don't know how many. Tell me about that, because that's really thrown me off. Oh, okay. There is a bit of a hold up. There is. It's weird. We're getting 2 holdups from very soon and worth waiting for. There's something here that's built on sand too. There's like, if it seems like in 3 months, you and your them person, you may feel a lot more, I don't know, I suppose, no, bonded, more loveship towards them. That's nice. That's really nice. Thank God. Um, and you and them will be feeling lighter. Yeah, interesting. Lighter. It's almost like something happened between you two. Fuck. It's almost like something happened between you two, and um, you somehow sorted it out and decided to keep going or attend to it together because of what you have and what you've had and what you've shared. Um, it could be something to do with, I don't want to say addictions and things like that, but it could be something to do with something deeper than mundane things. But then when you look at mundane things, they're pretty deeper. They're pretty deep, even when you talk about like finances and someone not being so financially stable. That could also be something that stems from their family. Is what I'm trying to say. Their upbringing and how they were raised to relate with money. If it could be something to do with their health, um, it could be something to do with how they talk. Anything like that. But it seems like you two are going to work on it together. It's just gonna take a lot of time. But what I'm seeing here is make the effort is still in reverse, and it still is like, eh, eh. So the only thing I can think of is, like, the only thing that sort of follows is if there's some sort of split. And that doesn't mean you break up or anything. It just maybe some friction where someone has to wait for someone else to sort of catch up. Yeah, someone has to almost, not like they have to feel worthy. There's that. That's true. But it's almost like, I don't want to say that it's too good, because that's not entirely it. But from someone's perspective, it's almost like, I guess there is an air of, how can I be so lucky, I guess? And so someone here may think that whatever has happened or whatever is going on between you two, whatever those cracks were, they may not be entirely ready to attend to them. What I'm seeing here is almost like when people have that, like, one of those amicable breakups where you both cry, where you both don't cry, where you both kind of understand and you both like entirely too mature, like amazingly mature, where you're like, you know what, like I see that, you know, you have to go to rehab, or like you have to, you know, go and pursue this career in another country and I just can't come, and or something like that. And it's like you can't move forward. It'll just take time, you know, because one or both of you sort of agree that you just can't really work on it. It's just that it's almost like if you're giving it a chance, you're giving what you have a chance to heal. So I'm getting like some type of separation. I'm trying to feel into how this works when you're not separated. Because not everybody has to be so shit. I mean, fuck. It could be giving each other space, but, you know, and still being together. And that's how you decide to attend to whatever it is that came up, whatever the sand is, whatever the cracks are. That it may not be the right environment. To try anything right now. It may not be the right environment to try anything right now. It may not be the right time. It may be something where you, in order to save something or in order to make things be better, you back away from them. And that is the practical thing. Like, make the effort maybe more practical here for some of you, or for the majority of you. But either way, what I'm seeing here is something amicable and slow. Something built on sand, something with cracks in it, but it's like you, I feel like if it's the cracks, you've seen the cracks and you're attending to the cracks. You and them are attending to the cracks. But there's something that's built on sand that may be needing to be mixed still. You know? Like, no, you don't know. Of course you don't know. How do I explain that? Something built on sand, but headed towards sturdiness. It's just going to take time for the sand to bind in a way that's meaningful to become like rock or concrete or something. Because what I'm seeing is like the sand also going to fill in those cracks. So it's not entirely that it's bad that it's built on sand. It's just there's something that's like on sand and it's not the most stable, but it's also something that is helpful. So it's almost like if this is a random example of where you meet somebody because you're lonely and they're lonely and you're lonely together, but misery loves company, so you're with each other's company, and then you depend on each other for fulfilling that need within one another. And then you wind up making a strong bond. I mean, a strong bond doesn't differentiate between something that's built on this or built on that. It's a strong bond nonetheless. Codependency is a strong ass bond. So you do become sort of codependent, but then that codependence also has an odd interdependence that's been nursing itself on in the background, and it's not until something sort of comes to the surface, I don't know, something comes to the surface, something happens, that then you get to reshake and you see, oh, there's cracks over there. But we can do this, right? Then it's almost like a reaffirming of the relationship where it's no longer something that's born of necessity out of taking care of that loneliness. It's now like, oh, we're actually in partnership on this together and we can take care of this. It's just this is what we need to do. So it's still built on sand, but then it's also becoming stronger. Ooh. Mhm. So that's that. It's almost like if someone went in to be with somebody because of money, but then they fall for that person, or the other person goes to be with someone for looks, and whoops, they actually genuinely fall for that person. So there's something about the sand that isn't obviously, building a house on sand. We've all read that Bible story. Your three little pigs, straw house. It's not gonna last, honey. Um, yeah, but then it's like something that where that straw will help actually, uh, I don't know, fill in the gaps of the stone house or whatever that the three little pigs built. But it seems like a reacquaintanceship, a rekindling. That's why. No, this isn't the one. But yeah, there's very interesting energy, interesting story here. There's almost like a reaffirmation of something here between you two. Whatever this is, it's amicable. Amicable meaning both of you agree. Both of you are okay. The mutual energy that you share is, yeah, I get it. I know this is the right thing to do, or this is what we need, or whatever it is. But you're keeping, obviously, an open mind about where it could go, and that it will take time. I mean, I don't know if you know this, but it's gonna take time. Whatever this is. Okay? If you're with somebody, it could just be that something, it could be that something something goes on. It doesn't have to be something cataclysmic, you know. It's just something may affect your relationship. It could be something, anything. Um, and it then, helps you to reevaluate what what you need to do, or it reaffirms your bond. Tough times help bring people together, as do good times. I'm not saying like a tough time is coming, but it's just that energy where like it's that feel where I don't know. It's a very mutual something. Yeah, it's like a mutual something. You both needed something from each other. For sure. Oh. Yeah, you both needed something from each other. You both fulfilled something from each other. Filled in that gap, and that's how you fit. So, oh wow, if you're meeting someone new, I completely forgot to do that. I did say something in the beginning where if you're meeting someone new, they sort of are going to be really nice to you. Oh, what else came out? It might be effortless. Which is weird. It might be effortless. There's something so weird about that. Make the effort in reverse. It might be really effortless on someone's end. Alright, Fire Honey. I wish you everything. Thanks for watching. I appreciate you. Oh, I'm tired. If you would like to check out the rest of my videos, I've done a ton of pick cards. And feel free to do so. If you like the video, you can like it. Let me know how things turn out in 3 months. And I'll see you next time.